Good day, everybody. Good day. Welcome to the Link Show. Very excited to be here and a very exciting month as well. And I'm looking forward to it because you know what? It's all about Northlink, Northlink, Northlink.
Yes, it is, of course, the Link Show, and it is TVET month. That is what it is within August. So absolutely brilliant, and we got lots to talk about. So what the show is all about is, of course, we discuss everything Northlink related, of course, because you're now sitting there thinking to yourself, you know what, where's my destination? Where am I going to go when it comes to higher education and higher learning, and how do I upskill and all these wonderful things that you want to do? And let me just tell you, and Northlink is going to be the answer. It is that simple, Rhoda.
It is that simple, Dougal. And you know what? Why August month is very important. Today is the 1st of August, Dougal. Can you believe it? And you know what? As we said, it's TVET month. And TVET month is about raising awareness. It's about showcasing, obviously, your institutions, your TVET colleges, the industry engagement, and then also why you know, TVET month it was actually the Department of Higher Education that started this in 2014, and it was also automatically, once they encouraged TVET colleges to promote and obviously do all these events, it automatically, if you look at it, it's a rippling effect, Google. It affects the economy and how you can uplift your economy if you invest in your colleges. So Northlink College is one of those TVET colleges you need to go to.
Yeah, no, it certainly is. And this is exactly like what you're saying. It is about really raising the awareness around it and, of course, bringing the information close to you. And this is what the Link Show is all about. So we know as students, learners, you're watching this, teachers watching this, mom and dad, and, of course, everybody who wants to get a little bit more information about Northlink College, this is really where you start. Now, the good news for you is that the show is interactive, so we're looking forward to your questions, your comments. During the broadcast, we're going to have all the experts, so we're going to touch base on various aspects surrounding Northlink College, and of course, you can send those comments through to us, and if you have a question, we'll gladly put it to our guest as well. So very, very easy. The details, of course, is on the screen, where if you can just follow, and of course visit the website for all the information you have as well. So August month is the month which is TVET month, as we've just described. It is, of course, to raise the awareness around different opportunities when it comes to TVET colleges, and we specifically focus on Northlink. Now, as I mentioned to you, we got the experts here with us today, and we got a lot to talk about, a lot to cover during the broadcast.
Definitely. That's right. And I just wanted to say also, guys, just remember with TVET month, if you go and look at Northlink, there's actually different events and things happening at different campuses. So you can go and find out, there's information at Northlink. You can either email them or just go into the website and find out what events is happening as well. And we would love to obviously have all the campuses here today. I mean, if you look at all the amount of campuses Northlink has, unfortunately, our time constraints obviously restricts us. So we've actually got, I think, 3 campuses here today. That's right. So let's start with our first campus.
Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to highlight a few various things around Northlink, of course, and it is just really brilliant. But joining us now, Miguel Basman is sitting right next to me. She's here. Hello, how are you?
Hi guys. Hi. So basically what we're coming through today to just basically share with the students in TVET month specifically is the different options our online division actually offers within Northlink.
Okay, and you with the online department?
Yes, I'm the department's head of department basically.
So first questions first, online, in a nutshell, describe that. What would that entail from the student's perspective?
So it is, as the name says, it's virtual and remote learning. So our students do a very much remote-based learning. So they go into a program, they get provided an ebook, they get provided a tutor for assistance within the academic sphere. They then self-study, and we do live sessions with the students, we correspond with the students via digital resources.
It is that easy and simple.
It is a very huge learning curve for students that come from mainstream schools that are traditional face-to-face. But we offer the students inundated support. They have full access to our managers, myself included. We are on all the WhatsApp groups, and at any point a student is struggling, resources are a particular problem, specifically with our students nowadays. What we actually offer them is they can even come to our campus and do their remote learning from one of our labs, so they can actually work through that stuff with the support of us directly there. If they're having problems, let's say for example in the evening they can't access something, they can contact any one of the managers or myself, and we take them step by step. We provide them online orientation sessions. We induct them into every platform we use. They have full access to all our different platforms, and in the event that one of them is not working, we can solve it quickly for them.
Because online learning does enable you now to do it when you're not close to wherever you need to be.
Yes, I have students in Durban, I have students in Eastern Cape, I have students that are in Springbok, Kalmut was one of the other ones, Klein William. We have students all over the country at this point.
Yeah, and I think it's actually quite a good point because where we're heading in the industry and technology is changing all the time.
Hugely.
I mean, I just think it was a necessity that campus had to be started. I'm happy it has.
I must be honest, I'm actually funny enough from the hospitality sphere. And when they said they're opening up online, I was there because it's a huge passion of mine.
Yeah.
Online is where we're heading. Government, the Communications and Technologies Minister in March 2024 mentioned the fact that we need to grow the digital skills within South Africa so we can catch up to the rest of the world. And education's going that route as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, in terms of the courses that are on offer, what courses are now optional, or what courses are being offered online?
So we are running 2 ministerial programs. We're running engineering studies. That is our 3-trimester program. So it's 3 trimesters within a year. We do civil, mechanical, as well as electrical, and that's on N3 all the way to N6.
Oh, wow.
Then from our business studies side, that is a 2-semester per annum. What it is our, it's going to be long, public management, business management, financial management, marketing management, management assistant. So we offer all of those at N4 to N6 level. And funny enough, our students are not full program students. We offer the full program, which our students can then apply for NSFAS, enroll for the 4 different subjects, and do that course on the level each semester. Or alternatively, you went to go study N5, you didn't complete. That student then can come to our campus and then enroll for those subjects that they're still missing to complete their course.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And because it's correspondence and it's online, our students can work and study at the same time.
Oh, wow.
This is a super
cool.
This is brilliant.
Yeah. You must see, and our ages that we are accommodating at the moment is anywhere between 18 to, I think my oldest student is 58.
Oh.
And it's because they obviously need to improve in their work environment.
Exactly.
A lot of them want managerial positions, they don't have the qualifications, and that's where we come in.
Okay.
So that course, and in terms of the ones you mentioned last there, so that's three semesters then.
So it's the 3 trimesters.
Trimesters, sorry.
And then that's the engineering component, and then the 2 semesters, which is the business component.
Okay.
Business component.
All right.
And then we also have as well a QCTO qualification, which is through our early childhood development team. That is my counterpart to HOD, Ms. Mfusi. She has basically brought in that program that's accredited at our campus, and then we are also offering a au-pair skills course next year. And we're actually going to be bringing the theory for that course online as well. So we're going to do a blended approach. They will run the practical component and we will run the theory.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
And in terms of, I mean, I would imagine, because also, you know, after COVID, everything just started happening online. So people already living in that sort of space, we kind of got used to it. But I would imagine that the student population in terms of online courses will constantly expand. So currently, what are the numbers?
In our groups, we've grown exponentially. We started off last year when I was still working, just assisting with the technical side of it. We were starting at 400, 300 intake per semester or trimester. We're now up to 800 per semester and trimester.
Within this short little space.
Wow.
We're actually going to be capping off, we're hoping 3,300 this year.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Wow.
And then my question is, because everybody's talking about AI and obviously digitalization, what's happening within our world at the moment. How are you finding yourself obviously being in that sphere
we are
as
loving
well?
it. I promise you, if you say the word digital, it's like sweets to me. I will be jumping behind you like, please. No, it is a huge demand. Like I said, the Minister of Communications and Digitalization Technologies said that, listen guys, we need to start catching up. There is a huge drive for skills such as cybersecurity, Internet of Things, AI, virtual realities, and specifically within our engineering spheres, they're bringing in virtual reality because it actually helps us to be able to pull apart machinery in that type of environment, and it's completely virtual. And as we said, you can have short courses that can be done after hours and assist those individuals from building up their skills. QCTO, huge drive towards it as well. And us as online department, we are fully pulling in on that, because we've actually starting to bring in a 3-phase approach. We're bringing in a basic technology skills, we're bringing intermediate technology skills, and advanced. So for the basic, you've basically worked on a computer, but you don't actually know how to use Word properly, or you've done Excel, you can input all the information, but you don't know how to work with the sums and calculations and that. We will actually teach basic computer skills to the person going out into industry. Then we've got an intermediate phase. These are more our business-orientated individuals. You, for example, know how to use Gmail, but you don't know how to do mail merge and all of those things. We will then help you by giving you a short course on doing a more intermediate skill base on computer skills within the business sphere. Then what we're bringing in as our QCTO programs, which is still in development phase, unfortunately. It does take long. We are looking at doing the cyber security defender. We are also looking at doing the entrepreneurship digital mindset, as far as I remember, or mind skill. And then we're also looking at bringing in coding. So those are qualifications within the QCTO programs. It is quite a development period, because we're actually creating our own branding. We're looking at the way the videos are being constructed. We're also going to voice over, so it's going to be very digitalized. And we're also trying to, apart from digitizing the entire environment at Goodwood, going paperless, all of those things, we want to also bring in digitalization, which means bringing in the technologies required within the industries.
So let me just backtrack. In terms of the resources that is available to somebody, to any prospective student now, do you take somebody by the hand just to show, like, you know, in terms of the resources available, just to give a little crash course, and this is what it is going to be like, and this is how you're going to use it, this is the time, these are the schedules, these sort of things, because it could be a little bit, you know, overwhelming.
So what we're actually going to be doing, my campus manager actually put forward a request that we can go to all different schools. And we will be doing presentations at the schools. We'll be bringing with us our laptops, giving the students a taste of actually what we're doing. We're trying to market towards not only the grade 11, grade 12, but also maybe they take it home, they speak to one of their parents, and maybe one of the parents wants to also upskill themselves, and they can enroll as well. We had an expo recently for the minister that came down, and we had a QR code set up. The students could do interactive quizzes, that type of thing, just give them a taste of exactly what we do and how we learn. And it actually, the response was huge, because it meets to the younger generations specifically, but the older generations have started seeing the benefit of bringing it in. It makes life easier. I work smarter, not harder. I'm rather a lazy person.
So true.
I like the way you put that, because it does make things. It does make things a lot easier.
That's
it does make it. And in terms of, obviously, as you said, of course, the courses that are offered. This will definitely expand as time goes on. But then the courses you currently have, these are very popular courses. Courses in high demand, and now all of a sudden you've got an online option for it, which means you can basically do it from anywhere.
Basically, we're providing, as a Northlink, we're providing inclusive education. There is no restriction to where you cannot come to the campus, or you have, let's say, for example, learning disabilities. A few of our students do have learning needs. So we actually find students with ADHD respond better to a digital environment, because it speaks to all the senses that they need, those type of things. And we are actually feeding our students. I had one that had dyslexia. So for him, I could put on the voice prompts when I'm busy speaking one of my presentations to him or one of my lessons, and you could see the words moving as well as recording, so you could listen to it as well. So there's a huge demand.
I was just going to say, geez, what more?
and this is, do you know what, this is really fantastic, because that is a huge benefit, because there are a lot of parents and teachers who are looking at this, like, you know, we as individuals and as humans, we all have different capacities. But obviously when you move into the higher learning space, it is higher learning. This is what it is. It is really, you got to put your best foot forward. And with this, it just makes life easier.
For everyone.
I'm going to promise you, I do work long hours, for example, but you want to know how much I can get done in a digital environment versus if I'm at face-to-face. It takes me 40 minutes to drive in. Working virtually, you save at least 3 hours. We take it back to when we had COVID. We actually were far more productive because we were working off-site.
That's so true.
And we can also monitor our time better. And the beauty of digitalization is you can't hide There's transparency in everything. If a student says, Mum, I didn't do it because I didn't see your message, I can go and check, okay, you saw that message at the time of the day that I sent it. Nonsense. Accountability is also kept quite highly in a digital sphere. So it really is phenomenal.
Wow.
So the big, before we probably go to our next campus, application process. What is the process?
Okay, so for us, it is the same as any of the other campuses. You will go onto Northlink's website. You will go to apply, and then obviously, it won't say apply for online studies. They sometimes confuse the two of us with online learning, online studies. So what we're going to ask is when you guys apply, if you're going to apply for business management, you have to choose your campuses. We will be falling under Goodwood correspondence. The alternative campus would be Tygerberg or Proto Campus or Para Campus. Those were the campuses that offer that specific division. So we are under Goodwood correspondence. And then that would go for any of the other programs. If it's for engineering, we are also Goodwood correspondence. You just select those.
Okay,
perfect.
So that is where you start, and then when you're online, of course, it's a very straightforward process from there.
Very much a step-by-step situation. As long as you guys have your certified copies of your IDs, your qualifications or your highest passed grade is obviously certified as well, and then your proof of address. And those just need to be uploaded onto the system, sent to the campuses. Obviously, do your first choice, because when we select students on the qualifications, and this is at all the campuses, we first look at what was your first subject that you decided was your first choice. Then if you fall within the criteria, we select you on that subject. But if you wanted it to actually be your second choice, you're going to get your first choice first, and we will actually not give you that first option. So please make sure you choose your first choice.
There we go.
Okay, that's
very straightforward.
That's a good tip. And of course, today's date, so it's quite a
very
big
important
day.
Today is the first day of applications, and I can honestly tell all of you, please apply, because when we come into the registration process, we have to work through those applications. So if you have not done an application, your registration takes 10 times longer, because you first got to go and do an application, load all the documentation, complete all the required prompts. Then we got to go and accept you. Then it is extremely long.
So there you go.
What can I say? Thank you so much. It was so fascinating talking to you. We certainly learned anything. Any final thoughts from you?
Basically, on my side, I also just want to make sure that the people out there actually know that we're not even looking at just our subjects in growing skill. We actually offer our students, with the partnership of our Partnership and Link Service Department, an Alan Gray Makers short course where we're actually helping mastering the entrepreneurial mindset within our students. We're actually starting to develop that mindset the week before they start their actual studies, so they can start facilitating and utilizing that information throughout their study period with us. And we do it also online.
All happens online. This is brilliant. So in a nutshell, what you got to do is once you go online, you choose Goodwood correspondence. That's the one you got to choose for those courses. As easy as that. Well, what can I say?
Thank you guys. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here.
Very nerve-wracking. I'm normally behind the camera. This is very unusual. Exactly.
No, but thanks for joining us. Thank you very much. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Rhoda, so there you have it. This is absolutely brilliant because this is kind of where everything is moving. Everything is going within the online space. But what it does mean, it means that the footprint in terms of, which is really the outstanding TVET college there is, which is Northlink, because everybody wants to be a Northlink, and it doesn't matter where you are now, here's your opportunity to do so.
Please.
So mom, dad, teachers, the educators, learners, prospective students, life has become a little bit easier for you in terms of that with online. So very important to do, as once you go onto the website, you select the Goodwood campus and you go correspondence. Goodwood correspondence. This is the key to check in. And then of course you heard there with that partnership as well and linkage in terms of entrepreneurship when it comes to Alan Gray Makers. So you really learn quite a bit.
And you know what stood out for me, Dougal, was the fact that, you know what, if you as feeling that you've got a challenge in education, basically studying in that, I mean, there you heard it. they actually assist students that actually has difficulty in studying as well. I mean, having words pop up while the program is being run, it just assists you at the end of the day. And you don't actually have an excuse. There is no excuse. You can go to Northlink and they'll be able to assist you.
Yeah, and things become a lot easier because, you know, it just becomes a lot easier, but also you have a little bit of a freedom. So in terms of the choice, that is certainly it. But look, when it comes to Northlink, there's a campus here, there's a campus there, there's many campuses. There's a center of specializations and all of this, and it's just going on to a level that is going to be brilliant for you, and definitely that's what we're trying to do, is just create that awareness for you. But joining us right now is Mr. Yassine Johnson, of course. He is at the Belleville campus, and we've spoken to him before. It's good to have you back. How are you, sir?
We're good. Thank you for having me again. And making an impression on the students again.
We're wonderful that you here with us. It is good to have you here.
So
now we know you were the
you.
Belleville campus.
Yes, that's correct.
Which is the center of specialization.
Yes, it's in particular for the boiler making at this point in time. But in the recent year, we have now accumulated also the motor mechanics, the diesel mechanics, and the welding has come along as center of specialization also. And of course, on our campus, we have the panel beating and spray painting also. And an additional one that's we're also offering is the AutoCAD drawings, but that's on a part-time basis.
Okay, so that is it. Now, in terms of how long are these different courses?
Well, look, basically, if you look into what we call the occupational space, you can either do what we call CBMT, which is your trimester base, which is over 3 months, 3 months, or you can enter yourself into an occupational program, which is an apprenticeship. So an apprenticeship normally runs over 3 years, and at the end of the third year, obviously, you qualify, become qualified artisan, which is termed the Red Seal.
Okay.
And then, of course, then we offer the other course, which is called ARPL, which is recognition of prior learning.
Okay.
That also, it's to assist those people who have been in industry for a number of years but doesn't have the qualification that they seal. They're not skilled, they're semi-skilled. So there's a program for that also. And it's basically over all the trades, literally, it has the same format. So you come to us, key thing there is requirements that you must have a 3 years or more working experience, and you have to bring a service letter from the company stipulating what you did while you were working, because that gives us an evaluation to see, are you capable of entering this course, yes or no, or do you still need to go back or close the gaps, as we call it, or is it gaps that we can close?
Okay.
And that actually opens up doors for a lot of older guys that's been within the trade, and they can also become qualified, because now at the moment in time we have a lot of opportunities for skilled people to go overseas. So they're missing out.
Oh wow.
And especially particularly Scotland, Ireland, those places, they're specifically looking for skilled South African artisans.
Yeah. So a minimum requirement would be then 3 years within that specific trade.
Yes, that's correct.
That would be one of it. Now, when we talk short skills, what are we short skills courses? What would that be?
Well, look, at the moment, we've got a few that been approved by QCTO, and there's a whole shift from what we call legacy to QCTO now. As we're going along, we have to apply to have these new QCTO courses registered as a accredited course.
Okay.
We do what we call the CBMT, but it's not accredited.
Right.
So what the result is that you're doing it, yes, it gives you the exposure, but you don't get the accreditation for it. But if you do the QCTO one, models that they brought in now in particular, because it allows the person to gain credits.
Okay.
So that's why the short skills, basically, we're busy converting it, setting it up so that it becomes an accredited short skills course, and you build credits. And obviously, if you build up enough credits, it can actually become a full qualification.
And I know the last time we spoke to you as well, there was introduction of a new program, which was the Center of Specialization program. So how's that been going?
Well, it's been, I wouldn't say bumpy, right? There's been challenges, yes. But as you go along, you learn. Because it's they used to call it what we term a pilot but the pilot phase is now gone. It's our full stream, mainstream. So yeah, we've had our first group of people that qualified between January and March this year.
Wow.
So they sort of were out of the system, and it was a challenge. It was exciting for us to enter into this new arena because your trade test had different components to it, and we had to adapt. That is what's going to happen now as we go into this QCTO qualifications. We'll have to adapt. We'll have to change our assessments, the practicals, the theory. And the format that you set it in. So that's going to be where you ask forward. And of course, we've got the experience, we've got the knowledge. We just must align ourselves to the new system, as we say.
Exactly.
Now, with all these courses that are being offered, and you mentioned it earlier as well, people who've probably been in the trade and they wanna upskill. When we look at how important this company role play is to have this sort of partnership with the industry.
Well, what's happening is that when the guys do want to come and do what we call the ARPL, obviously they need to get a service letter from the company. Some companies are very reluctant to give it because they could be losing a person or they could be gaining a person that gets more experience. So we do have that challenge, yes. But in most of the times they do realize that it's better to have a more qualified person than to have a non-qualified, because if you tender for things, for jobs, they ask how many qualified people do you have within your workspace. So yes, it does support the company, but then also at the same time, when we talk in the QCTO apprenticeship program, one of the key components within the QCTO is that you must have a workplace, a company already linked to the student prior to him starting the project even. Because even like with me now, we've been now busy with the boiler making for about 3 years now. So I've got 106 students.
Oh, wow.
And all of them are employed.
Sure.
Each one is employed. We don't want to find the student walking out the gate there and he ends up being unemployed.
Yeah.
So that hence the change now that it has to be a student that's employed. And this is where we're asking, I mean, my appeal today basically is for companies to come along and say, yes, we want to be part of this program. Let us alleviate the youth unemployment by giving students opportunities within the companies. There's many companies, but they're sort of reluctant until we now go out and we go and speak to them. That's why we as program managers, like Monday, I've got 2 companies I'm going to see Tuesday, and then Wednesday we've got my whole August month is literally packed already. But it's been going out to companies and interacting with the mentors and getting them to understand here, you need to give these students opportunity, because where are they going to get opportunities? The previous speaker spoke about the entrepreneurial component of it also. I am busy with the entrepreneurial department by us to establish an entrepreneurial hub. That means students can use our facilities to manufacture their products and go out there and market it.
Oh, wow.
So that's one of the components we're also looking at.
Excellent.
Quickly, Mr. Johnson, how does the application process work? So you've got to be employed for the certain courses. So where does the onus fall down straight away, with a company or prospective student?
Well, look, when students speak to me, I would tell them, look, obviously, I speak to parents on the daily basis, basically. And I tell them, look, you might have a family member that works within engineering or in this particular company that the student wants to venture into, it's electrical or plumbing. Speak to the company, see if they can maybe offer the student an opportunity, right? And once that happens, and if they are prepared to fund that student for the 3 years with the stipend, then it's all the more easier. And then we will, from the college side, subsidize the college component, the studies at the college, and we will supply the toolbox and the PPE and those type of things from our side.
Oh, wow.
So companies need to look at, because at the end of the day, they are going to get a student that grows within the business and will understand their core business. So when he finishes off these 3 years, either he can stay on or you appoint him permanently, like we had our apprentices now that qualified early in the year. Most of them got absorbed permanently into the companies.
Lovely.
Because then you know, this person knows my core business, he knows what's my quality, what's my expectations. So when you ship that product out, you know it's what the client wants.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, of course, the beginning of August is also big, so things are all opening now.
Yes.
We got a whole program for our campus literally basically in our August, September. We just had a meeting now the other day. We're hoping that, and this is going to be an invitation out to all the companies that are watching. We are looking to host what we call an Employers' Day.
Okay.
We'd like to have all the companies and maybe some government institutions also coming in that can offer work placement for our students, invite them to our campus and talk to them about the QCTO qualification, how it works, and so on and so on, and then show them around our campus and get them to sign in what we call the expression of interest. Once that is in place, then we can say that, okay, we will now source the students for you, and then they will do the interviewing and then get them into the program.
Okay.
Lovely.
So and then you hopefully have all the absorption in terms of which is brilliant. Which is brilliant. Any final thoughts from you, sir?
Well, my appeal is just basically, like I said, is our stakeholders in our instance, and in particular this new QCTO program is the private sector. And we need the private sector to come on board and really play a bigger role in us getting students. Also, like the lady said earlier on, is that there's a lot of changes within our curriculum, within the QCTO, they want to see new technology being used and those type of things. And yes, companies must really come on board. I mean, students, like I say, feel free to visit our campus, feel free to visit the website, see what we do, what we offer, do a bit of research. First choice, second choice is important. I had a parent now the other day, and what the student was looking at between his first choice and second choice is far and wide apart. So I told the parent, please rather sit down with your child and see exactly what he wants, because you can't be paying for something and then within a month or two the child decides to opt out.
So makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So don't keep it too far apart. The choice. You got to keep it close by. So thank you so much for joining us. It's really good talking to you again. Before I let you go, and I know because I'm going to ask you this, QCTO.
It's Quality Council for Trade Association.
There we go.
There we go.
All right. I just had to
around trades.
Yeah.
All about trades.
I remember that now because it's not the first time I asked you that. I had to get back in it. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
For joining us. So it is as simple as that, everybody. There you have it. So what you got to do is, of course, go check out all the details on the website. It is quick and easy. And at the Bellville campus that Mr. Johnson was mentioning, there's many things that they do there. So boiler making was one. And yes, I remember us visiting that campus once. You remember?
I remember it very clearly too, go.
Yeah, and
I love that campus.
Yeah, and that was fantastic though.
Favorites.
So it's really it's brilliant. But in terms of the appeal, so to organizations, companies there as well, to everybody within those different respective trades, this is definitely an opportunity to link up and be part of something as well, which is what you have there. But a lot happening. So what you got to do is, all prospective students, go to Northlink's website. That is your port of call right now as we speak. You go to the website and you get things underway there.
Definitely. And as you can see, there's the details on our screen, and you can either just contact them and make Northlink your choice. Make it your little place to basically put your success and actually create, work opportunity for yourself.
Yeah. So we got many guests today. Of course, it is TVET month. You're watching the Link Show, where we're talking all things Northlink and what is happening and the processes you got to follow, and just giving you a little bit of a taste and a little bit of a description of what is possible. Because ultimately, we all dream of a bright future, and you can put that step forward and make it happen right now. But we have another guest, Rhoda.
That's right.
Rhoda's friend.
My friend, Kona, Swazi. And you know what is one of my favorite campuses as well? Here campus, represent.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. Good to see you guys again.
That's lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you here. Quickly, so Protea campus, what happens on campus?
Yes.
What do you guys do?
So we have, different types of courses that we offer. We've got hospitality, tourism, FEA, clothing.
All my favorites.
So we basically cater to all different types of students.
FEA?
FEA, so it's basically finance, economics, and accounting.
Ah.
So if you like a brainy or if you're very creative, hospitality, tourism is for you, as well as intro, marketing, and HR. So different types of students that we cater to for different types of courses.
So quite a lot happening there on the campus.
A lot, yeah. So we've got students that do semester courses or a 3-year course. That would be like your NCV. So examples of those courses would be your hospitality, your FEA, tourism. That would be for 3 years, and then you have your intro. Catering, that would be intro hospitality, like showing students this is what you can study further, just like a snippet of it for 6 months, and then they can apply to do their ends, which is like in 4, in 5, in 6. That would be a 3-year course, right? And then as well as your clothing.
Okay. Now, students are obviously, because I would imagine your campus would be one of the first campuses that people would be looking at as well, with the various courses that obviously that you have there.
Yeah.
What are the requirements for you to enroll to any of these programs?
So it would depend on the course as well as the length of that course as well that the student is embarking on. So for example, if a student chooses to do NCV, that would be a 3-year program. That would be just for them to finish high school essentially. They would need a grade 10 certificate or grade 11 so that we can see, okay, the student is capable, and then we put them onto the program. And that goes for your tourism, hospitality, as well as FEA. And then you have your intro, which intro is basically short for introduction. So it's an introduction to a course, just to see if you will, blend well with that course. Is it something that you're passionate about, if you love it? And that's usually for 6 months, and that's for intro hospitality, as well as intro fashion, essentially, or clothing, as we call it. And then you have now your post matric qualifications. That would be your ends, short for native, and that would start from N4 to N6, and that would be your clothing, full course clothing, as well as if you want to go to Tigerberg, then you can do hospitality for as a 3-year course.
Okay.
And what I'm loving, and this is what I'm hearing now, and it makes me so excited, because everybody necessarily is not academic at school, going to finish school necessarily, because the 6 months, obviously, you're doing the training first. You see, is this for me? Which means, okay, no, it's not working for me. Maybe I must try that for another 6 months. So this is obviously open for the students. And from there, it just makes sense to me to decide, this actually works for me. I would actually then go and do my matric then in that field. So, oh my word, it just makes so much more sense.
Because it caters essentially to all different types of students, whether you finished high school, whether you dropped out, or maybe something happened and it sort of like shortened your journey throughout high school. We are able to cater to you, as well as what are your aspirations, what are your passions, so we can see which course would be best suited for you. So we try our best to try to get to know the student and then assist. And as such, we even have, career guidance advisors that are able to advise students on these different types of courses.
And I was going to ask you that actually, because a lot of the courses they're like similar, because you would want to do every course that is on that specific campus. So then talk to me. There might be a learner out there who's thinking that exact thing, who's thinking, ooh, I want to do this, I want to do that. When I approach, do I get sat down, and is there some sort of career guidance happening up front?
Yep, 1000%. There is someone that will assist you, as well as the admin staff that will assist you with the application process. And then you have someone that is going to assist you with like the career guidance or your academic guidance as to which path would be best suited for you, as well as perhaps seeing what subjects you did previously, so we can see what would best align with your academics as well as what you would like to become in the future. So we try to, cater to the students' needs as a whole.
Excellent.
That's fantastic. How do you start the process? How do you kick it all off?
So, you know, today is a good day. Today is the 1st of August. So applications are open. So students can basically access our website, or they can come in on campus where they can actually get this one-on-one with our admin staff who will assist with the application, or even with the career advisors.
Yeah. As easy as that.
It's that easy.
It doesn't get easy. Akona, final thoughts from you? Anything else you would like to add?
We want students to apply. We want students to come in and seek for, you know, career guidance if they need, as well as just coming in and, you know, if they have any questions, any queries, we are more than welcome or more than happy to assist them and welcome them onto our campus. So, like, we will be getting a lot of calls, hopefully.
Definitely.
Listen, thank you so much for being. Thank you so much for being here. It's always great to see you.
It's always a pleasure.
I always enjoy it. I love your camp.
Thank you. We love to have you guys.
The eat was very nice.
All right.
And of course, everybody joining us from the Protea campus. And of course, all those wonderful courses that they have there, of course. And I promise you, I have a feeling, and I always think of it this way, that these are courses that a lot of people will be looking at. And if you're one of those people, you've got to do this. Go visit the website, go check it out. And what I also like, and this happens across Northlink, because that topic has come up, because when you're not sure on what to do, you get that sort of bit of a guidance, which is brilliant.
Somebody to hold your hand. I mean, how much more easy can it be? I mean, you get a guidance teacher when you get there, assisting you exactly, you know. And Dougal, I've actually experienced that guidance where they actually, I took some students there as well, and I think I told you guys this as well. And they did the test because, you know what, many times students don't know really what they want to do. And once you actually do this test and then they start grouping them into what actually would suit you on your personality, because obviously they do a test with you. And then from that point on, you know what, then they can start saying, okay, you know what, in tourism now, like in the Protea campus, they can then take further from there and say, okay, let's do the 6 months, let's do an intro, and then from there, let's do your matric.
And you're touching on a very important subject, because a lot of people, and a lot of young people, a lot of high school learners, everybody says, oh, I don't know what I want to do. And let's be honest, because there's always that one person that knows what they want in your class maybe, or in your matric year. And I mean, you know, you always not sure, you know what you like, but you're not sure. But we'll get a student's perspective on this.
Definitely.
But the thing is, it is okay, because you are nervous, you are anxious. This is okay. Not being sure are normal human feelings. These are supposed to be like that. But we always feel a bit anxious because the one guy knows or the one girl knows, but it's okay. And that is where the guidance really comes in. But it does give us a jump in though, because we are going to talk to a student, and Amar Williams is joining us next year on the Link Show. Amar Williams.
Welcome, Amar.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Now, we're going to talk to you about TVET month, of course, and the Northlink experience, but quickly tell us about you.
So, my name is Amar Williams. I am the SRC Executive Sports, Arts and Culture Officer, and also SRC Chairperson for Belleville Campus.
Okay.
So, I'm basically here to promote DHET TVET month, and also to emphasize what the Triple S and SRC does.
Okay, so
wow.
So Triple S is a student support service.
Yes.
I've got one.
I'm very impressed.
So what do? They offer support?
So the Triple S, they offer academic support, health and wellness. They offer support for disability and also sports, arts and culture. Okay. So when it comes to the academic, they would help with students with goal settings, time management, and also exam preparations. They will also help students that is going into industry. They'll help prepare them for the workplace.
Okay.
So health and wellness, there is a counselor on every campus.
All right.
That would help individual guidance if you need it. They do group guidance, and also they will speak about GBV and mental wellness and such things. So and
you mentioned disabilities as well.
Yeah. They have the college. They support students with disabilities, diagnosed and undiagnosed disabilities. For instance, when it comes to exam preparations, then they would have assistive devices such as text scanners and pens like that when studying at home. They would also have scribers for when you are writing that would assist with the disability students.
Yeah. So there's quite a bit of support services here that you have, because leading into this conversation just before we were actually talking about that, even just making the choice in terms of the course that you want. You know what I mean? Being supported there. And clearly, when you're talking about post services, once you in it, so there's plenty. You've answered the question that I had that I didn't have, like all of that. So there's plenty of support services in terms of that's happening. Now, quickly talk to us about sports and arts and culture.
So, sports, arts and culture, on the campus there are many sports, arts and culture codes that students can participate in.
Okay.
And they would even get the chance to play in the COSAXA nationals and provincial competitions. So it's a broad perspective of
different
sport codes and arts and culture codes that you can even take part in. It's very fun. There's a whole lot of students that's actually interested in it.
Okay.
Whereas when it comes to SRC, you got your sports officer on your campus that would assist with that, and then come to the executive and also the COSAXA chairpersons and people that are assisting with that.
As well. Because we broadcast from the last one that was here. And I'm telling you, I mean, I saw the ladies that was playing the rugby there. It was so impressive, you know. So, and I think we had the chess club there, the netball. So sports. So it's quite variety. So I thoroughly enjoyed it just watching it.
Yeah. Now also you with the SRC.
Yes.
So what is the role of the SRC?
So the SRC, the Student Representative Council, is basically to assist the SSS management as with basically what I mentioned before, the academic health and wellness. So they just there as communication channel as from campus level to SSS management.
So does each campus have a SRC member?
Each campus has a SRC group. There's 8 portfolios on the SRC campus level, and then each chairperson from the different campuses gets a portfolio on the executive level also. There are 8 executive portfolios as well. So the chairperson of the SRC on the campus gets an executive portfolio as well.
Okay, so the many services that are being offered now. Of course, it is TVET month now. And thank you for highlighting these services. And your time at the campus is exciting. It's brilliant. It's how
it has been. Yeah, it's my second year on the campus, and I've experienced a lot. The lecturers are helpful. The facilities there's a lot you can experience on the campus, on the different campuses as well.
And what campus are you on?
I'm at Bellville campus.
So what do you and what do you study?
I'm studying boiler making NCV.
And how's it going? Good?
Well, it's going.
Are you dreading the day you also have to finish and leave Northlink one day? I was going to say. That's home away from home.
It is.
That's what we want to hear.
And you're within your second year right now?
Yeah, this is my second year.
That is where you are. Now, of course, earlier we spoke to Mr. Johnson as well. And we were talking about all these things, the skills that you learn and the specialization in terms of the skills you learn, and of course how marketable you will be once you leave there. When you compare yourself and your group of students and all your friends and everybody is just having a good time, fun, they're learning, and of course you can see how progressive you are.
There are many different students have basically different characteristics, but not all of them grasp onto the fact that they're not easily associated with the subject and stuff. But everyone has fun, they enjoy themselves.
Yeah. And you might, because now you're just about more than halfway.
Yeah.
So time is ticking, and you must be truly excited already.
I really am.
Listen, we wish you all the best.
Thank
you so much for coming on and sharing everything, and we wish you all the good stuff you do with the SRC as well, and support services and everything, and best wishes with your studies, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So there you heard it from a student. I tell you what, it was really great talking to him as well, because it gives us a great perspective of what is happening.
What is happening? And there is things happening behind the scenes, Dougal. We actually
Things
have
happening behind the
things
scenes.
behind the scenes. There's two gentlemen, Damien September and Moale Manyane, that's on site at the moment representing Northlink.
Are they up and about, and they're going to be joining us online?
They're going to be joining us live. They're going to be joining us live. There we go. That is Damien September for you.
Okay, so he is there. We receive. Damien, how are you? How's it going?
Doing well. We are doing fantastic. We are currently in King Williamstown. We just finished up our expo at Northlink College, and yeah, it's going fantastically well. Finally, the first day we're having some warm weather. It's been extremely cold here, up to -1 degrees. But yes, but today has been a fantastic day. So it's the first day I can actually wear a sweater. Yeah, but it's been going well.
Listen, we've been talking to some fascinating people here. We're not going to keep you long because I saw obviously where you are. I did say that the bandwidth is low, so for as long as we can have you. Now, of course, it is TVET month. You guys are going out there. You're advocating for Northlink College. You're getting people. I mean, there's so much happening. We're learning about the online courses that is on. How's the tour been going apart from freezing?
It's been going fantastically well. We are now currently in the Eastern Cape. Last week we ended our Northern Cape tour. We were there for 2 weeks as well. It's been going fantastically well. I've already been getting queries and calls from parents that have met in the Northern Cape, trying to apply for the kids with applications.
Hi, Damien.
Breaking up there, Damien.
So Damien, I hope you can hear me. Sorry to interject. Yeah, because we just lost you there for a second. Yeah, Damien, if you can hear me, can I ask you just to move away from where you are currently? If you could just sort of reposition yourself, just maybe go a little bit outside, or if you could just normally just step out a meter, it would normally work. Yeah, because he's frozen now. But where you are, so we've got Damien September with us, of course, and he finds himself, just to give you a quick update, he finds himself out in King Williamstown.
King Williamstown.
That is where,
right.
where they're currently at, in the Eastern Cape, of course, doing the thing, and really just creating the awareness around TVET month that it is, and of course showcasing North, and there's obviously a huge, big interest in Northlink College when it comes to TVET colleges. Huge interest there, of course, and then this is just another facet of it. Northlink is really hitting the road, and of course spreading the word with the different courses that is available, how the application process work, or everything you need to know.
Hi there, guys. I am back.
There we go, Damien. Thank you for
apologies for that. We seem to be having signal problems here.
No problem, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
To elaborate back onto what we've been doing here. For the past 2 weeks, we've done the Northern Cape tour. It went fantastically well. We saw on average about 4,000 students in the Northern Cape per week. So that's about 8,000. And for the past few days that we've been here in Eastern Cape, we've already seen over 1,000 students. Wow. So there's a lot of excitement happening with the kids that we are interacting with all the kids, especially for our occupational courses like your skills and that. There's a lot of interest in that. So we're hoping to receive a lot of applications from the side as well. But Northern Cape went fantastically well. It was just besides the weather, it was a great tour that we had, and now we are in the Eastern Cape. We are currently in King Williamstown, and we are moving through to East London later on this afternoon, and we're starting our East London tour tomorrow. And yeah, it's going fantastically well. So yeah, we are very excited to be here to interact with the schools. We are off to our third school now, which is in Breitbach Secondary, which is in East London. And then we'll continue the tour as of tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic, man! This sounds really great. When you do have a second, just turn yourself there into landscape for me, if you could do that just for a moment. But now listen, obviously, because you're showcasing everything that is happening, but in terms of, we know you never alone.
I'm here with my colleague Mahali Manyana. So we've been doing the tours together for the past 3 weeks. So it's been going fantastic.
Is it? And let me ask him as well, because he would know what has been trending, what has been creating the most interest. Mohale, how's it going? How are you?
Hey, all good yourself.
Very well, sir. What has been the most inquired about career? What seems to be trending?
We seem to be fighting a winning battle, particularly with regard to our course-related programs, because there is a serious interest. And what is actually thrilling about this is that there's a lot of female learners who are actually interested in going to our course-related programs, talking about your boiler making, welding, diesel mechanic, motor mechanic. So it's actually one of those that we actually excited about, to say we seem to be now heading into the right direction, in the sense that the mandate for the department is soon to be accomplished, in a sense that when we have got all those that want to go into those course-related programs, we actually win.
Beautiful.
And obviously now with all the centers of specialization, I mean, the people must be quite excited when they hear those.
Yes, indeed they are, because one of the things that we are emphasizing is that, look, with the high rate of unemployment, we are looking at the fact that when one is actually doing these programs, the focus is not only to be employed, but we are looking at creating jobs, in a sense that when they do these particular programs, they will be able to start their own companies. And in that case, that is whereby we will not have a number of people on the waiting list to be employed, but we will have a lot of young people who have acquired these trades and skills in these particular programs, who are able to start their own companies. And the mandate will be now accomplished in that way.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Listen, thank you. Any final thoughts from you and Damien?
Look, we are just excited that for the past 2 weeks we've been preaching that application is going to be open in the coming 2 weeks, but we are excited that today, obviously, the application is open. So we are preaching that they should go online and apply. And with the extreme weather that is cold out here, nothing is going to stop us from ensuring that Northlink College remains the trendsetter in the TVET sector.
Yeah,
definitely.
Anyway. Yes.
Guys, just from my side as well, to those watching, to get an update of where we will be for the next 2 weeks, visit our Facebook page. We are putting up pictures and reels and stuff like that to indicate where we are. There is a schedule that they can also follow to know where we are. We will end our tour in Mossel Bay next week, Saturday. We will do 2 expos there on that side as well. So anybody that's in the areas, from tomorrow it will be East London till next week, and then we're doing PE and then moving over to Mossel Bay. So any interest, please feel free just to look at our website, the Facebook page, see where we are, and then come and visit us if there's any interest in any career opportunities.
Well, definitely do it. So it is London today, then you go to PE Gqeberha, and then Mossel Bay will be next week.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Beautiful.
Listen, thank you so much, Damien. Thank you, Mohale. Thank you for joining us, man. And thank you for just taking a brief moment just to come out to the Link Show. Much appreciated. Look after yourself. Safe travels. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Yes, guys.
Right,
thank you. Keep well. Bye-bye.
Bye. And there they are in the Eastern Cape. Damien September and Mohale Manyana, of course. When you knock on your door at the school, you know who it is. Yeah, so go check it out on the Facebook page. Of course, you'll get all the details around there. So they headed out to East London, of course, visiting schools. And really, it's an in-depth opportunity for you as a learner to definitely engage with them, and educators, teachers to engage with them as well. And then, of course, Gqeberha next week, as well as Mossel Bay will be happening next week. But those details, visit the website, go on the Facebook page, and you will find it there. But thanks again for coming on. So today is a big day. August month, of course, kicks off TVET month. And as you know, and as you've just experienced, nobody really does it better than Northlink College.
Definitely. And the institution of choice at the end of the day. And it's so simple, Dougal. You can go online, you can go to the website as well. Applications, please guys, is of today, the 1st of August. You've got no excuses, basically. If you're coming through the end of the year and you say you didn't get to hear about this, we told you the 1st of August, application starts today.
Yeah, now definitely get it in. So in terms of what you will need, of course, proof of residence, ID, latest results, these are the sort of standard things that you would have. But all these details you'll find on Northlink's website. It is just simple. You just go to northlink.co.za. Follow the easy prompts from there. Click on where you need to click. Just go visit the website. So as you know, and as we mentioned to you earlier, of course, in the beginning, of course, TVET Month is all about creating the awareness, of course, and showcasing what is possible. But ultimately, your dreams is what is possible. And Northlink definitely gives you that pathway and is really as the gateway for you in order to realize all of that. So definitely just go visit the website and kickstart everything. And it's been a fascinating show, of course, for this one as well, and it's on the 1st of August and registration is all open. So thank you very much, everybody.
So I just wanted to touch on a quick one. There is upcoming events, Dougal, and I just wanted to touch on that before we close off. So our campus open day, obviously. Watch your social. There's a lot of things happening at all the campuses. So please, guys, go to the website, have a look and see what's happening at all these campuses, all Northern campuses. And then another big thing that happens every year, which I religiously now want to make an effort to be at, is the Performing Arts Department, Dougal. So this year they will be having Sisters Act. And it is on the 16th and 20th of September, guys. Take note, 16th, 20th of September. Book web tickets available at Pick a Pay. So there we go. That's our upcoming events. So please go have a look. And believe me, when you go see these acts from the arts department, they are really amazing.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So, so you don't want to miss it, go check it out. That is it. But that wraps up this broadcast of The Link Show. Thank you very much to all our guests that we had. Thank you to the traveling 2 guests as well that came on. And thank you for watching this. And what we want you to do, of course, is to share this amongst all the students, share this amongst all the teachers, all the learners, of course, and then really get the conversation going. The one thing that has definitely stood very, very tall during our conversation today is that Northlink is definitely going to be your tertiary institution of choice. That is certainly it. It is TVET month, of course. Lots happening. All you got to do is make that first step. Northlink.co.za. That is where you got to click. From all of us here on The Link Show, thank you very much for watching. From Rono, myself, and everybody else. Until next time, thank you. Look after yourselves. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you.